What's going on, guys? My name is Joel. I'm with High Desert Exploration YouTube channel. Just want to take a moment, kind of explain what's going on here, who I am, what this is about, and what I'm talking about for today. So, my first time on YouTube. Never been on this platform before, never made a YouTube video before, and just wanted to take a little bit of time, explain who I am, what I'm about. So, my wife and I, we're married. We're here in Central Oregon, getting to raise our family. Oregon kind of sucks as a whole, but for the most part, Central Oregon is not too bad. It's a beautiful area, lots of stuff to do outside, and we're very fortunate that we get to raise a family here and just kind of taking it day by day. So, other than that, what I am here to do today is kind of talk about a little bit of my ZEV pistol here. So, honestly, have not done too much to it. Light, optic, sling, and then shoot it. I've spent more money on ammo than I have really anything else. For the most part, I think practicing and getting out, being comfortable with your equipment, learning what works, learning what doesn't is far more important than getting thousands of dollars worth of stuff and going and shooting maybe a couple hundred rounds a year. So now this is not to say I'm no Ben Stoker, I'm not shooting tens of thousands of rounds, but I'm probably shooting anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 rounds per year, which to a lot is, a lot of people is probably a lot of ammo, and to a lot of guys it's probably nothing. So I don't know. It's what's cost effective for me. It's what I can afford. It's kind of my little hobby. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. Other than that, what I'm here to talk to you about today is kind of what I got going on with this. So every time you're out, opening up a rifle, make sure it's clear. Make sure there's nothing in the chamber. Treat every gun as if it's loaded. I mean, it's common sense. Look it up. Find out what firearm safety is. Do some research. I'm not here to explain that to you. So if you're watching this, you don't know how to handle a gun, you're probably on the wrong channel. So I don't know what to tell you. Other than that, let's get started from tip to butt on this guy. So I am running Surefire's closed tine muzzle brake on here. I have had that muzzle brake on this gun basically since I first got it. It's ran perfect. Haven't had any issues with it. I feel like it does help a little bit with the percussion of the gun, but does it really help hide the flash? I don't know. I don't really shoot at night, so I don't really know. It is suppressor ready. I don't have a can. My goal is to get a couple here in the future. Hopefully some things change here soon with the NFA, but we'll see. So other than that, the barrel in this gun, this is ZEV's 10.5 5.56 barrel. This is coated in, I believe, like a PVD coating. I don't know. It looks cool. Shoots well. This is a 1-to-7 twist rate, so it's pretty standard for the most part, and it seems to work well. It's a pretty accurate gun. Take it with a grain of salt. It's a 10.5, so yeah, obviously it's not a long-range gun, but for what I do, what I wanted, it works. So moving back from there, we do have Streamlight rifle light on here. I do have Streamlight's mount and pressure pad as well. This does have the momentary as well as stationary. I never use stationary, but I think that if you have a gun, a rifle, pistol, whatever it is, definitely have a weapon light in there. Half the time it's dark, and if you can't see what you're looking at, you got some problems. So other than that, put a light on there. I am running 100 Concepts rifle light cover on this guy. So this is actually their older model. They have an upgraded model now. I haven't gotten the newer model. I mean, the older one works just fine. The elasticity of these cables, they work, so I have no point in changing it. It keeps the lens clean. It makes sure that I'm not going to break my lens, so it does its job. That's all I can ask for. So other than that, that's pretty much it for the light setup on this. This does have full Picatinny down the top. It is M-LOK on the side and bottom. A lot of my attachments are all M-LOK, so kind of favoritism, I guess, with M-LOK for me. I don't have a single key mod gun, so I probably like to keep it that way. We'll see. Other than that, I have Magpul's sling on here. Super basic. You can get it for like 65 bucks, I think, online. I did put their QD mounts on here. just rifle retention. It's important. I do have just an elastic band to keep that sling in place, keep it nice and clean up to the gun. Nothing fancy, nothing special. In all reality, that is probably the one thing that can be the most annoying, is if I do pull the sling, the elasticity of this does not go tight around the handguard, and the elastic band does kind of float around, which can be kind of bothersome. I don't know. It's not the end of the world. Get used to it. Other than that, I am running an Aimpoint T2 optic on here. So this is a fantastic optic. I love what Aimpoint puts out. They have really good quality stuff, and I have had that optic on this gun since I first got it. It's been about 3.5 years now. It's been bulletproof. I change the battery once a year. I do January 1st every year. I've kind of made it a routine. I think that everybody should make that a routine, changing their optic lights and their their optic batteries and their light batteries. But a lot of people, they just change it when they think about it. I think you should have a set day. Do it on that set day. It just makes it a lot easier. Make it a routine. It's good for you as a person. Make it a routine. Other than that, I do have ScarlerWorks 193 riser on here. So some people don't like the riser. Some people love the riser. I think there's good arguments on both sides. I personally like it. It works well for me. I like the height for being able to kind of view what's going on ahead. I have not had any issues. Make sure if you're torquing anything down, put a little bit of white paint pen on there. Just make sure you know where the head of that screw is. Make sure those threads aren't backing out over time. But it's just pretty basic mechanics. It's just easy stuff. Practice, learn, do it. Other than that, it's all pretty stock for the most part. I did put just a different desk cover on here. That was kind of cool. Stock mag release. I have the stock bolt catch bolt release. This is all stock from factory, which is kind of awesome to see. Manufacturer putting high quality parts on their guns from the manufacturer right out the door. It's cool. I like to see it. It's something I'm going to support. So this did have the black Radian safety selector on here. I did throw some gray or some tan ones on. I don't know. It just doesn't really change anything with the gun, but I kind of like the tan kick on there. It looks good. This gun from the manufacturer does come with an American trigger. It is awesome. This was my first flat trigger. I wasn't sure how I felt about it at first, but it's awesome quality. It runs well. It's a 2.5 pound trigger pull, I believe. It's awesome. It is very consistent. It does help with accuracy, not having a little bit of that extra weight behind. So huge fan. This honestly kind of made me like the flat trigger. It just made me a little biased, I guess. But other than that, we got the Magpul pistol grip on here. What's cool about this is it does have a small little compartment. So say you're at the range all day with a couple buddies, getting a little hungry. It's like, man, I need some sugar. Well, open that up. Boom, you got some Skittles in there. You know, you're thinking ahead. So, no, I keep batteries in there for my both light and my optic. I think it's important to have those. You know, you can change them on a regular basis. Things are going to happen, and I would rather have a backup ready to go before I need it. So I always keep them in there, even though I keep my little go bag for going to the range and stuff, you know, tools and batteries and gun lube and all that good stuff. It's always nice to have just a little bit of a backup source. Another thing that I do with my batteries is I'll put them in a Ziploc bag, and then I just heat up some scissors with the little flame torch that I have. And when I cut it, it creates a little watertight sealed container, tiny little baggie. That way, whenever I put my batteries in here, I can take this gun, go out shooting in the rain, shooting in the snow, and I don't have to worry about those batteries being affected. So that is kind of one nice thing. It works for me. But other than that, this is basically all stock. Stock charging handle, stock bolt carrier group. This is all from the factory. They all have about the same amount of round count on them. So, you know, it has ran well for the most part. Early on, I did have some issues with possibly some ammo that I did have. That was at about that 300 round mark. So it was kind of towards the end of the break-in period. I think it was faulty ammo for the most part, but it was kind of hard to determine. It was only for like 2 mags, and then I hadn't had any issues since. So, buffer tube, buffer spring, and buffer weight all stock. This does have the H2 buffer weight in it, so you know it works well. If it works, I'm not going to change it. SB Tactical SB3 brace on here, or yeah, pistol brace on here. Other than that, it's basically stock. So I haven't put a whole bunch of money into this guy. It's one of those things where, yeah, I could spend a bunch of money and make this pistol super Gucci, but at the end of the day, I would rather spend a little bit more money on ammo. I got ammo cans all down here. Bulk up on ammo, go shooting, get comfortable with your stuff. I think it's far more important than spending thousands of dollars on different components that you may or may not need in all reality. So I don't know, that's kind of where I'm at with it, but I just wanted to thank you guys. I know this is probably just a short video, not too descriptive. I'm not super autistic about guns. I'm not a super nerd like that. I'm just a dude, average guy. I work a 9 to 5, so you know this is more of a hobby for me. I think the Second Amendment is a huge part of this country, and you know whether you want to really nerd out on guns or not, I think everybody has, you know, the right in America. You know, every American citizen has the right to keep and bear arms and protect their family with what they need to. So with that being said, I don't want to get super into the weeds on it. I appreciate your guys' time. And anyways, I'm going to be heading out to the range a little bit later and get some clips of me shooting this thing. So let me know what you guys think. Love or hate it. Let me know in the comments. If this was absolute trash, talk some shit. So let's go, guys. Thank you for your time. Take care.